The other night, I went out to dinner with my beautiful, sexy, charismatic, talented, exceptional friends, Emma from the Broke Generation and Annalise McCarthy from Her Speaking Coach. And we had gone out to dinner. One of my favorite things to do, hang around me long enough in person and we will do this, especially if it's like around a milestone, is I will say, we need napkins and we need pens and we are going to write a list of all of the exceptional things that we are going to do. What is great about doing this in a group, so with people, is it's so interesting that we will minimize things that we want to do. Even if we're not aware of this, so much of our plan and goal setting is dictated by what we have done in the past. So you think about it, you may be like, I want to make $1 million a year. Well, you can't do that because you only did 100 grand last year. See what I mean? So many of us will kind of minimize our potential because we're kind of looking back in history. We're using that to kind of like create our future. Don't do that. Silly move. But what's also really good about this is, your friends will call you out when you are thinking small. Obviously, it depends who you're hanging around with, but you also get to have people witness things that you want and you get to practice actually declaring what you want. And it is the best feeling when you say, I'm going to make $1 million this year. And you have two people who are like, yes, I love that. Write that down. And this is why I call this my magical napkin exercise. Now, there are a couple of requirements. You can't really go and do this like in a journal. It has to be on a napkin. I don't know why. It's like science, but a bar napkin with a pen. And it has to be a clean napkin, ideally. You don't want to do it on like something that's dirty. What you want to think about is, I like to think about all of the incredible things that I am going to do and who I am going to become. And I make this really like wild and like wonderful and fun. And what I love when you do this with other people is we all got to a point where we're like, what could we put on here that's a bit weird? And now on mine, like I have something like do tamburining, and I don't even know where that came from. I was a Negroni deep and I was like, this feels like a really good idea to like write this down. But there is something really awesome when you get people together and you declare what you want and they witness that. And I wanted to say this to you because I think that this could be something really fun. Even if you can't do this in person, it can be something where you can get a couple of like business owner friends together on Zoom. It can be something that you could just put something together on Instagram and just put together like a little message. And, put something where you can kind of declare who you are going to be and all of the awesome things that you are going to do. And you can also say, I want you to let me know if I am thinking too small. I want you to let me know if there are opportunities of what I could do. I want you to let me know where I'm minimizing all of the things that I could do. And I want you to also tell me what you think that I could do. And this is so incredible because quite often, especially when we're thinking about ourselves and our situation, we may have some doubt. But if you ask me all of the things that you could do, I'm going to be like, you're incredible on TV. You could do this. You could do that. Of course you could do this. This is something that you could do. And we quite often don't realize all of the things that are available to us, especially if we are really focused on a particular goal. Like if you are like, I want to make 6 figures this year, or I want to do that, we can kind of forget about all of the other wonderful and incredible things that we could do. And what I loved about the magical napkin exercise is you want to make sure that you're just writing everything down. So you don't want to have 3 things. You want to have like as many things as you want, like fill the napkin. And the reason that this is important to fill the napkin is what happens is you start to get things out. Because quite often, if I was like, come up with 10 things, you'll be putting 10 things down and you'll be overlooking other things because you'll be like, well, that's just not important. Oh, that's dumb. Remember, life is about doing dumb, fun things, okay? Not everything has to be so fucking serious. So you can write anything that you want down, anything that you want. And it can be something where you're like, I want this until the end of the year. I want this in like a year period. Why it's also magical is 1, because it is about declaring what you want and getting honest with yourself. 2, it's about seeing, can you actually say this? Can you actually declare this to yourself? Like, I want $1 million. Can you say that? Or can those words not leave your mouth? Because guess what? If you can't fucking say it, you won't bloody do it. Can you also say this and be conscious of the people around you and how they celebrate you? You'll learn a thing or two about your friends if they're like, oh, I don't know about that, babe. You're pretty busy. Do you want people like that in your life? No, you do not. You will also be celebrated, and that feels good. And then the most incredible thing happens, especially if you can do this in person. You will feel so fucking good. You will feel like you have taken some kind of illegal substance because the feeling running through your body feels electric. And what you're meant to do with this is you keep it and you read it and you know that it is coming. And you move forward through life feeling like that this is actually going to be a list of what you've done, not a list of what you're going to do. And that is why this is the Magical Napkin Exercise. Let me tell you that after I did this with my friends, I think back to that night all the time and I absolutely loved it. I ran a vision boarding, like little impromptu thing with my friends. Oh, when was it? The end of last year. I did some journal prompts for us. And then we wrote down what we wanted to do. And then we all got to stand up. I had a lectern here and we got to announce in a group setting, hey, this is who I'm going to be and this is what I'm going to do. And then off the back of that, we all knew who we were going to be and what we were going to do. So when we were creating our vision boards, I was like, hey, Jordan, this feels like this is applicable for you. And someone was like, hey, Peter, this needs to be on your vision board. And it was so wonderful of kind of declaring what you want, being celebrated for it, not shamed for it. And then feeling like that you have already done the first step of bringing this into existence. And it's just by recognizing all of the wonderful things that you want to do. And those 2 nights I think about all the time. One of them obviously was recently, but it's so wonderful to kind of have like this little burst of awesome energy. So what I'm going to say is if stuff is feeling stuck or you are kind of just wanting to like light a match under something and like move things on, like get some friends together, get some people together. And I will say, if you want to do this with me in person, hit me up. I actually think I had like a little half-day VIP day thing, which is something that we could definitely do with this over a sexy little lunch and a hotter little napkin. And we can really bring this into existence for you. Otherwise, use what you have, use the network you have, grab a fucking napkin, put pen to paper. That is the first step. Hot stuff. This is a quickie. I love this. I love you. I love you more than my beautiful little napkin. When I read it, I get so excited. I feel good about the future. And I'm wanting to kind of like wake up in the morning and like get ready to go. So if you are feeling like that everything's just a bit meh at the moment, try this. It's going to make you feel like 10 times better. So I love you more than that. Oh, I love you more than I actually watched finally. I watched Saltburn. I actually really enjoyed it. People were funny. They were like, oh my God, I can't believe all this stuff that happened in the movie. And like, I guess it depends on like what genre of movie that you watch. I grew up with mum watching Melrose Place and movies about like serial killers and psychopaths. So I feel like that I was like, what's actually going to happen in this that's going to be so confronting? And I remember when some of the things happened and I actually laughed. I was like, oh my God, it's so funny. And I actually really enjoyed it. So I love you more than that. Good film. I was going to say I was really out of ideas because this is the 3rd podcast episode that I recorded today. So I'm like, let me go and look at my inbox. Like, I feel like I just need something to just like spark an idea. And I saw that someone had purchased something from me, my $35 offer. And I was like, yay, I love this. I love you more than work that you create once that just continually pays you. I hope that you all can create something like this where it's like literally so hands off. You know, I've just made $35. That's incredible. I feel like celebrating. So I'm probably going to go and get like another little cup of coffee. So I love you more than that. And I love you more than my new pillows that I just bought. So pillows for my bed. So on Chapel Street in Melbourne, there is a linen house outlet. And I don't know like what makes it an outlet. Like I think they have some sale stuff at the back, but like at the front, stuff always seems to be on sale. But now that I'm looking online, stuff seems to be on sale in there too. Anyway, I bought this linen house. What is it? I bought this bamboo pillow. Yeah, I bought a bamboo pillow. No one tell me that it's bad because I'm not returning it. And it's really good. It's on sale. Here we go. They are $79 and currently a Maya, they are down to like $40 or the sale ends. Sorry, I shouldn't have told you that. But now keep an eye out for this pillow. It was $40. It's like a sleeping pillow and it's really fluffy. And I put my pillowcase on and I looked at it on my bed and the amount of satisfaction that I had about this pillow, I'm like, this is giving hotel pillow. And the problem is the pillow is so good that it makes the other pillows not look as good. So I bought 2 new Euros and I bought 2 new pillows and I bought some new bed linen, all white. We love white. We love a hotel experience. And I want to say, hot stuff, invest in your bedding. That is where you spend the most of your day. So you can't have a good, sexy business if you get into bed and it's not good. And I'm not expecting you to upgrade everything all at once. Start with your pillow. Start with some nice sheets. You also don't need to spend a whole lot of money either, okay? Just be discerning with what you want. Ask your future self, hey babe, what do you want? What are we putting on the napkin? And the rest of the stuff, pop it on that magical napkin. Make some magic happen. Hottie, this is a quickie, a little uplifting episode. No bitch slapping around today because I love you. I love you. I am excited. It's going to be Christmas before we know it. And I've told myself this year, actually, it's my birthday before Christmas. I've told myself I'm going to enjoy both of those. Historically, I haven't really had the best relationship with both of them. I think because I'm single and I think that I thought the life would look very different and I would have more family or more people. But I'm like, look, that's okay. This is your life right now. It's happening. Let's make the most of it. There are still many, many, many positives. So, hottie, I love this. I love you. And I will see you on the next episode. Mwah.